Good afternoon or evening. We're going to call the meeting order 7 p.m. Mary, can you take roll, please?
Yes. Mary Barraza here, Nancy Mickle, Denise Routson,
Here.
John Hunt,
Here.
Kelly Froge,
Here.
absent Courtney Hurt and Taylor Arnold.
Yes. Okay. All right. Has anyone had a chance to look over the minutes yet?
Yes.
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 I move to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, unfinished business. Couple things coming up. The financial report last month, we ended at $3,348. And on the 3rd of this month, we deposited $440, and that is from the exercise and dance classes. And of course, that was an uneven number, so I put in $12 to even it up, and it is $3,800. So,
Okay, $12 donation from Denise.
yes. So, and we're looking at the feasibility study. I was told last night during the redevelopment commission that North Central Health Services could give a grant and do the feasibility study. Well, I contacted them and they said that's inaccurate because we have to have 2 years of financial statements to even qualify. And secondly, they only do grants, they do not do the feasibility studies.
Okay.
However, it was brought up that the city should be looking at doing it because it would help every entity within the city. So there's a very good possibility that we can look for some kind of grant or the city may find a grant, something. But I know that we don't qualify for the North Central Health Services. And when I asked if we could do a pass through Attica Main Street, and they do not qualify because they are considered a city entity, or we're not. So no municipalities or towns or anything like that even qualifies for it. So
Not even community foundation, or
no, because they would be considered.
they would take a pass through? I thought they would.
Well, I don't know on that one. I'll call Dale.
Yeah, I
So-
think it's worth asking, because I'm thinking that
So you're
the
saying-
foundation. does
No,
pass
you
through
can't do
stuff.
pass-throughs. That was on on their site. You
Something
can't do
because we
it
did pass through.
So
It
you're
can't go
saying
through.
this legacy grant, we wouldn't qualify
for the what?
for the feasibility for the legacy?
With the
Is that what you're
foundation.
saying?
No. That has nothing to do with legacy.
Oh.
This is for the North Central Health Services.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay. However, they will do a grant for the building or anything like that. So we will look at them down the line. Okay. The legacy grant you and I are still working on.
Yeah, you and I and
Yeah.
your other person, we can all
Yes,
do that.
yes.
Together. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we have in our packet here, it's on the bottom page. I had sent it by text to everybody. It's the donation from the city. Does anyone have any questions or concerns regarding this?
Did you read what Courtney sent?
Duet?
Did you read what Courtney sent tonight?
Oh, Courtney's supposed to be on phone. Can someone,
Yeah, I
can
was
someone
gonna
get
say,
on phone?
she sent a text to everybody too.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she said that there was only one area that she was concerned about. Let's see. Okay, going to Courtney. I've gone through the donation agreement in detail, and overall, I think it's a great opportunity since we're getting 4 acres for free and it aligns with our mission. That said, the agreement puts almost all risk and responsibility on Attica Rec, as is property, full environmental liability, strict reversions clause, etc. I don't think it's a bad deal, but I do think we should protect the organization by asking for a few standard nonprofit safeguards before signing, mainly environmental inspection rights, clear definitions of public recreational use, and partnership allowances, and a cure period before any reversions. These aren't adversary.
Adversarial.
Thank you. Just normal due diligence. I'm in favor of moving forward just with those clarifications in place. What do you all think?
She knows.
I don't think it's a problem with what we're gonna use it for.
Right.
because Definitely we're using it for recreation, something
Right.
like that would be a question.
Right.
Mhm. Partnership allowances and a cure. What's a cure period before any reversion?
In a time period that it can sit without having to have that recreational attached to it. However, we do have somewhere in there, I read a 30-year clause where if we don't move forward within that, it automatically reverts to the city. As long as we are an active board. Yeah,
So they have
as long
that.
as we're an active board and moving and getting things done. It's not gonna take 30 years to get this done because we all are on fire and gonna work.
Can we
like
make
crazy.
sure, so you're positive it's in there then, Denise?
Oh, I thought she was-
They brought it
I
up
thought she was
at
getting
the
on her.
city council meeting. I thought I had read it,
Denise?
and the close date's supposed to be March 31st.
Let's confirm that clause is in there, because I think that is a good point. Because it definitely says there that verbal contract doesn't matter.
Right.
Hey, Courtney, it's Mary. I got you on phone here. We were just starting to talk about your amazing text, because it sounds like you know contracts very well. So we're looking at that cure period. Denise thought she read a 30-year period. Do you know?
There was, the brought up at the city council was that there was a 30, if something happens within the first 30 years, it automatically goes back to the city.
Yeah.
So that's what was very specifically said during the city
Okay.
council meeting when they were discussing this.
But I think what she's saying is if we don't get, let's say we don't get something done in even a 3-year period or a 5-year period, are we protected? Or will they take it back?
As long as we're working board, we're protected.
Okay.
And that's the way I read this. So is that how everyone else took it? I mean,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
as long as we're a working board and working towards our goal,
Oh, okay. Then we'll-
they're not gonna take it back. But here's the other question I have. The one thing that concerned me, honestly, was the fees. Because it says something about that our part would be
Closing
the
fees.
closing fees and the cost to draw everything up. Well, how much is that gonna run?
Now, the way I read, let me make sure.
Because it didn't give a number. It
Well, the way-
just said,
Let's see, if I'm correct, I thought it said that the donor would take care of closing costs. We would be responsible for their recording fees.
right.
Bring it up today.
It does say donee shall pay the recording fees and filing fees
Mhm.
and any other fees and closing costs
Mhm.
relating to the closing. That's us.
So
That's
donor-
where I'm concerned about.
The
is
donor is only
fees.
doing the fees associated with the preparation of this agreement,
Yeah,
Mhm.
deed, and other documents need. So they're just doing documentation. I don't know what.
and that's the
closing
most expensive part.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to real estate.
fees-
Yeah,
okay.
because they've already done the survey and we're not getting
Yeah.
charged for the survey. We're getting charged for the closing of it.
So
So,
the city, the donor is paying closing costs. They shall pay those fees. We'll be in charge of pretty much the recording and filing fees,
Yeah.
and that's usually very minimal.
okay.
Okay.
All right. So do we vote? We need a vote before.
I'm
if we're
sorry, I
gonna
have one
accept
more.
this.
I have one more
Okay.
thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Where's the fund, like, where would those fees come from?
From-
Without knowing what they are. Like what,
From our account. What little
yeah,
account
I
we
know,
have.
we think we have enough that would cover.
That's what I'm concerned about.
If it's, I don't know, we'd have to see what it is, but if it's like residential, it's not more than a few $100s or so usually to go and file at the courthouse for your,
Okay.
to file your property,
I
get
can-
the deeds in your name.
Yeah, I can call tomorrow I could call down the courthouse and find out what
Yeah.
filing fees are. And I can send that out. So we need filing fees and,
Go ahead, Courtney.
Okay, so looking at the other things that I was questioning, kind of, so like, when was the last time that it had an environmental inspection? Like thinking, because we have, gosh, I can't even think of what it's called, right behind it. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they start digging, are we gonna have issues? Like if we have to build a new pool or we have to build a building, are we gonna have issues with the ground?
oh Lord, we didn't even think about that. Because the
Environmental.
RMC is right behind it.
In my
Environmental.
mind,
I would name
Not
that
only
up.
that, but looking back at my message, like the recreational use, like I feel like we should be a little bit more clear on that. And especially if we're bringing the Y in, because it said that it had to be a nonprofit or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what the verbiage was. But I mean, if we end up bringing the Y in, I mean, it's essentially, I don't know. I feel like it can be very,
Deceiving.
it seems like this contract is more benefiting the city. Do you see, I don't know, it could fall back on the city very easily. Does that make sense? Like the whole property could go back to them very quickly.
As long as we are a working entity, they can't take it back according to this.
So I would question where it talks about partnerships and whatnot.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, what section is that in? It is closing adjustments represented for this purpose.
It just says like
Release of claims.
It's basically going to make it kind of risky, like to partner with people without the city approval, and I think that's weird if it's our property anyways.
So do you think we should have to ask for a EPA study before we do this?
I think so, especially since we have, what is it called? Someone please tell me.
It's
RP.
Hazmat. It's a hazmat issue because of RMC behind it.
It ran downhill from RMC
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
they did all
Yeah.
that, they
Yeah.
put in the things in the houses where.
Then we had that big hill there too that protects us from RMC.
But I'm sure the city
not
has
really,
like
that
a right
don't
up.
protect you, but
Oh no,
Because
no,
it's
that
not
would
down.
have messed
Yeah.
up houses for like a long way. You'd be shocked by how many homes actually got messed up by RMC, and they have.
Yeah, they were all downhill though. We're not downhill from them. So I'm wondering if I wonder if they do have that study from when they did all that. We could get, as long as we get a copy of that and get it
I'm sure if
clear.
it would have flagged, they would have put something in.
The city
My
would-
grandma's
the city
got
would know.
something in her.
Right.
Okay,
But when I
If they
worked
were
at the
involved,
city,
they
we
would
never
know.
had it.
they would know, they would have to put that in the clause.
Right.
I'm telling you, they would have to put it in there.
They would
By
know if
law.
They would know if the pool was
They would
involved in
know.
that study.
Okay,
Because-
so we know, so we pretty well
We
know
find
that
out
it's
from
gonna
Larry
be
about that.
fairly safe as long as,
They
but
have to disclose that.
they would have to disclose it, yeah.
In the contract?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
What is the for what Courtney was saying, the partnerships? It said
Yeah,
like reversionary rights may complicate.
Where is it?
We'll find out, Court.
Restrictions on partnerships, wherever the partnerships came from.
I don't remember reading about partnerships. Maybe I read this.
I think instead of saying with donors express written permission, it needs to say something like with donors express written permission, which shall not be unreasonably withheld. Like, I don't see the city doing that, but heaven forbid we do get into an awesome deal or partnership with someone, and then it's with someone that's not a nonprofit. I don't know. I just think that it's best that we put something like that in there.
I could see where they're not wanting to go in a partnership with anybody because the land's gonna go back to them if anything happens.
Right.
So,
It's so,
well,
Nancy was-
okay, what it's saying is
It's
that
kinda cut and
if
dry.
a 501c3 fails, all
I
their
understand that.
assets goes to another 501c3. All this is doing is protecting the city and saying, okay, if you fail, it goes back to us and not to another 501c3.
I think what Courtney brings up and then what Nancy rebutted is if we partner with, let's say, a nonprofit, I mean, the why is, or sorry, if we partner with a profit company, not nonprofit, or just in general, if we're profiting and they have some type of buy-in with us, and then the city takes it back for whatever reason.
Okay.
That's she's saying that if they somehow take it back improperly, how will that affect that partnership? Because they're
It won't,
invested.
as long as we are a board and we have control over it, they cannot take it back. As long as we are working towards our goal,
Yeah.
they cannot, that's pretty ironclad. It's just saying if we fail, that they get it back.
Like 40 years from now, is this, okay, so you said something about 30 years. If in 40 years, gosh, that's forever from now, who knows who will be on this board
I
by
won't
then.
even be
Right.
I
alive.
won't be here.
I won't be here, I'll be
Right,
gone
But
by then.
continue your thought. Yeah, in 40 years.
40 years from now, what if something does happen to the board and we have like an operating pool up there and people managing this pool, you know what, then what's going to happen?
It will still be a nonprofit. If the pool is still going, it's still part of the nonprofit. It's still the,
If something
It's
happens
still
to our
us.
board, it goes to the city. That's what it's actually
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will still operate as, it will just be under the city at that point.
no, it will not be as part of the city.
They'll-
As
they'll
long
come-
as a board, okay, after we're gone, there's gonna be more people that
Yes.
fall into place behind us.
Yes.
As long as there's somebody running it as a board, as our board, it will not go back to the city,
Yeah,
period.
There'll be a time we'll have to do a secession plan that way down. the
Yeah.
road.
Like
down
we'll
the
have to do that for
Yeah.
Heritage Days eventually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live forever.
I don't know. I think that the partnership language should just be changed a little bit, and that way we don't lose, it can just affect grants, it can affect being able to hire like a pool operator, you can't lease out space.
Because we're buying it, we're buying it from, technically, we're buying it from the city. Cause we're paying for the closing costs, not closing costs, to have it filed at the county level. So technically, yes, they are donating it to us, but we're still putting some money into it. So we do have a lot more control than you think. They do not, once we sign this and we close on it, it's ours. We have control, period.
One article is all this verbiage in. I'm trying to, do you know off the top of your head?
Courtney, can you find, or at some point, can you find the article that you was,
Oh gosh, I'm trying to read through my notes, taking notes as I read it. Hold on. Hold on.
It's all right.
Okay, so section 1.3, and then in Article 7, but the actual operational restriction is in like Article 1.3.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Yeah, reversionary interest.
I think we just, yeah. I think we just need to say something so we can allow partnerships, we can allow operators, if in the future we want to have a pool operator, and I think we should allow leases for recreational purposes. We couldn't allow those under this unless we revise. See, I'm reading notes as I'm, unless we revise what they have written, yeah.
Okay.
are you saying because they're using this verbiage of saying that they, without the donor's express written permission, basically?
Yes, yeah, basically they're.
So even though we
donating-
have, ownership of it, they're still maintaining that they get to express permission on
Right.
various choices.
Yeah, they gave us the land, but then they have control of everything that happens on it still.
And
In a sense, you see what I'm saying?
okay, so can you send me a message later after the meeting with the verbiage that it should say, and then I will get a hold of the city and say, okay, we like this, but here's what we need to change.
Yeah, because I don't think they'll fight it if they're truly like wanting what's best for our board. You know, I don't think they fight it. I don't think that they're trying to get anything under us. You know, like I just think that it could be worded better for future. I mean, like I said, 40 years from now, it could be a totally different board of people. You never know what could happen tomorrow. So
Right. And we want to make sure that we close any gaps.
right, I agree.
Okay.
Rather now than like 20 years from now.
Okay.
And we might be, I don't know how much was Judd part of this?
Mhm.
So we might just express our concern to Judd, and if he can explain the language and maybe suggest another language that would protect us
Okay.
better.
All right.
Because I think Courtney's on point with maybe how we use the language, but I'm sure legality, Judd would be able to explain it even
Okay.
to a point.
So are we going to accept this on contingency that gets changed? Because there's another council meeting next Monday. They're having a special meeting to do this or not do this. So can we do, we can say we have a motion to do it contingent that gets changed to where we have more rights.
Well, do we have any answers to the environmental part too, though? It seemed like that was a big question of,
We're gonna see the inspector, we don't see the inspector until next Thursday.
Yeah, the inspector's next Thursday.
so why would we sign this before knowing what the inspector says?
The inspector is only inspecting the building.
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
the
but
ground,
well,
the
it's
building.
building.
But still, I don't want to buy a building if it's going to cost us, a ton of, like, we need to know kind of.
Well,
what
if we
we're
have
doing.
to, okay, if it is
Yeah.
past repair, I don't think it is, but if it is, we could tear it down and build the pool up higher.
Yeah.
We can move it, and that would give us more option and give us more parking. But yeah, I don't want to see that happen because there's too many people attached to that building because everything's getting torn down anyway. So if there's a way to save that and possibly add on to like the side of it, we may have to do that because I'm really concerned about that one wall. I don't like how it bows. I
I
don't
guess
like that it's cracking
yeah.
again.
I remember those concerns. I guess if I'm thinking about how I would go in to buy a house, I would not sign the contract to buy the house without knowing my inspector report, right? If we're talking about that,
Buying this as is.
Yeah,
Fine,
it says as
Fine
is.
as
I
is.
see.
You
So
don't
there's no
get
Yeah.
those-
changes.
Yeah,
you don't get
it
those
says as
questions
is.
done as is.
But we are incurring any of the rest of the future costs. So what if there is a huge environmental?
We do need
Problem.
to know that, even if,
Or what?
I mean, it would be nice to double check. They have to have that somewhere.
Yeah, they'll have to have it. I can ask them.
They have to disclose it though. If that,
It
if
does
was-
have to be disclosed by
If it
law.
was contaminated by law, it has to be
Disclosed.
disclosed.
Like all those people down the hill that had the contamination in the homes, if they ever try to sell that house, they have to disclose it.
Yeah.
So they're never gonna be able to sell their homes.
We had to sign that when we bought
We,
When
it
we bought the
barely, our land
property.
barely got contaminated, like on the corner there.
Uh-huh.
some vacant property.
And they had to disclose it.
Well, maybe
But-
then
but
can
we
we
didn't care
clarify
because all you gotta
that?
do is
So the
do-
things that we want to, let's just make sure as a board, we know what we want to clarify.
Okay,
Because we are literally passing this on a contingency of what?
okay.
So our contingencies are,
I'm sending this in the group text really quick. I just quickly summarized it,
That's why I went off.
Okay.
what I would think, but we don't have to change all of it.
did you send it already?
Right now.
I just heard it.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
it's here.
I quickly sent my information to chat. I'm
An
fine.
inspection rates.
So that I could get it into a quick text for everyone.
Okay, so add inspection rights list.
With the bill. We're gonna have these structural inspections next Thursday. So that, I think the environmental, as long as they have the report on file, I think we should be okay on that. Because if the pool area would have been contaminated, they would have closed it down long before
They have to.
2019 because of simple fact it would have been dangerous. They wouldn't have had it open.
Yeah,
So-
I guess my thought is, when's the last time they even checked it? You know?
They have to, I believe they have to check that yearly. Kraft, if Kraft comes out
Because of
once,
the runoff,
huh?
the runoff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
What time's the inspection Thursday? 10 a.m.?
okay, what do you mean about this 120 days to fix any issue before reversion?
They go through and check with the and
Oh, before they would take it back.
Yeah, so they can't just be like, hey, this is wrong. We're taking it back right now. Like, they would at least have to give us notice. So they'd be like, hey, have this long to change this or we're taking this back.
Makes sense.
Okay, but I understand what you're saying on that, but they're, according to this, they cannot take it back as long as we are a board and working towards
No,
that.
I mean, that reversion does say, or if
No,
they,
they definitely,
uh,
they can take it back.
they-
That's what.
if we transfer it to a property without their permission, if we do something other than what we're saying we initially said. So get the wrong city council on there, and if they think we're not doing something that's in what we initially said we're doing,
Right.
they can take it back. So she's saying if anybody ever challenges us on what we're doing, they have to give us a 120-day notice for us to kind of get in alignment, whatever they want us to be in alignment with, and fix that.
Let's change it to 180 days because 120 is not long enough.
Yeah,
I think 6 months would be fair to get things
up to what they would
to what they
like.
would like
Mhm.
if it's
Yeah,
something,
that's fine with me. I just figure anything's better than nothing.
right? Protect
Rather than
partnerships.
just,
But it does, yeah, it seems like they had too much control.
yes.
Either you're gonna give it to us or
Okay,
not.
you either
You're
give it,
gonna
yeah,
let us-
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Do this
either give
freely
it free
and-
and clear or nothing. I
Yes.
mean,
Which I
Because-
know they're doing it because it is a big chunk of property land, and I would hate for it to get in the wrong hands. So I think it is a good
Right.
contract. I don't think we would ever intend to break that contract inappropriately, but we don't know who comes after us.
that's true.
So it's, the city is protecting them. Courtney's will let us protect us a little bit better. I think that's a good ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worry since we're inviting the Y in, we're thinking of putting a building up there, we're thinking of like having classes and whatnot, like the partnership part
The thing that really bothered me was the part where in 1.3 that we couldn't do pay programs or rentals or fundraisers. What do we have in the building for? What's the building for if we can't do any of this?
Where do you
That's
see
what I'm
that?
saying. I think that they're still wanting control of this land and wanting to be notified of what's going on in this land.
Oh, no. That one is, no. I think we're interpreting that wrong. Sorry. It's saying if there were any leases at that time or appointments that we made to somebody when we had the property, if they took it back, they don't have to uphold those reservations. So let's say somebody had a pool party already planned. For whatever reason, the city took back our property. They don't have to uphold that reservation for that person that planned that pool party.
Right.
That's what that's
Exactly,
saying.
Exactly.
That's not saying that we can't have reservations or that we can't have
Leases.
leaseholds. It's saying if any of that happens and they take the property back, they are not under responsibility
just
to
be
continue to
null and
hold
void.
things, those contracts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It
Am
does to me.
I
got
think
you.
that's what it is saying.
Yeah.
Let's all read that one more time and just make sure, because that's how I interpreted that.
We're still on,
So it's at that 1.3.
yeah, 1.3,
And it
yeah.
goes, and it starts with, well, it's a very long sentence.
No offense, I can't
Yeah.
own here as a
You're
kid.
only just saying if you're gonna do it, as you say you're gonna do.
Okay. You guys gonna
Okay,
have to
let's
talk
go.
louder because I took my hearing aids
Okay.
out.
Well, let's just go sentence by sentence, okay? I'm not, I think, okay, Donnie, okay, city, okay, they agree that, okay, basically us, if we cease to
Right.
exist, use the property for any other purpose other than recreational activities, or transfers the property to another entity without the donor's express written permission.
Right.
Then upon written notice by the donor, okay, blah, 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 okay, basically take it. Okay, so we've already established that's not gonna happen,
Okay,
okay?
but here's the thing
So-
too with that, is that they're saying that if we fold and all of our assets go to another 501c3, that property will not go there. That, all that's doing is protecting them so that at the state
Right,
level, they can say,
right.
hey, look, that's our property. We're enacting our rights, but they're not gonna take it from us.
No, so,
They're just saying if we go belly up and
And if you don't.
we have to give our assets up, then
yeah,
that asset is secure to stay.
right, so what I'm saying, I think we agree, okay, that portion of it's okay, all right? I
Right.
think we're fine there.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I think we're still on this 1.3. We're going kind of sentence to sentence.
yeah, we're just kind of going
John's
over.
picking it
We're just
apart
picking it
for-
apart here. Okay, so title to the property shall revert back to the donor and and interest shall not be subject to any reservations, conveyances, easements, options, leaseholds, or other matters affecting such portion of the property which were made or created. Okay, so I can stop there. So that's what Mary was saying. I don't see anything wrong with that. That I agree with her. That verbiage is saying that if we do something crazy or stupid and they take it back, I agree with her. That's saying that they don't have to honor any leases or any contracts that we've entered with anybody. I do believe it's not preventing us from
Leasing.
from entering contracts and exercising our right as a nonprofit
owner.
business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just my professional opinion
Right.
of it. So
And that's the way I took it when I read it. I'm like, we have full rights to this property. The only time that the city comes into the issue is if we go belly up. Then
Right.
it goes right back to the city
right.
with all the improvements and everything that we do. So,
Yeah, that last statement's a little scary. Nothing herein shall preclude the city from, for any reason whatsoever, in its discretion, conveying the property back.
okay, so we need
Wait,
that
conveying-
sentence out.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I get confused.
Okay.
Donate from
Yeah,
donor.
from-
Okay, wait.
Preclude
Nothing
donor.
herein shall preclude us from conveying the property back to the city. Never mind. That seems
Yeah,
fine.
that- yeah, that,
Yeah, that
yeah,
sounds fine.
that-
See, that's what I'm saying, you gotta
That's fine.
sit back sometimes and do what we did, read line by line by line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you also need to remember
It's legal.
transferring, like in legal terms, does not mean to give it away. Like it means so much more when you're transferring property. So like in everyday talking, you're saying, sorry, my kids are shouting around me. In everyday talking, saying like transfer means give it away. But in law, it means like any, and I just put it in simple terms, like through ChatGPT, because I'm like, I don't know how to say this. It means any conveyance of rights, including leases and operating agreements. So like if we lease it to someone, or if we have someone come in and operate the pool, they could say that that's transferring. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if we hire a director, that's not that's not transferring. That is under us. That would be like the park board hiring the parks program directors.
Well, let's say this.
They're
entity-
under the park board. So if we hire a director to run that, then that is still us. That would not affect this covenant.
What if we do hand over operational costs? If the YMCA ever agreed to that, though, what if they were the operational costs now?
Involved with
I don't know that I really like that idea. No offense. I love the idea of the Y coming and helping
Yeah.
and getting
Yeah.
coming into the city. I think that we need the community center. I think we need the pool up. But as far as them taking over the pool,
But do we want to limit our option because we don't know where we are? You know, if that's the only financially.
How do we plan to
financial option.
staff and
Wait.
provide money?
okay. But when we
Yeah.
talked to the Y, they said they could help us,
You know,
but that they would not. I asked them straight up. I said, "Does that if you come in, does that mean we have to sign over to you and that your name's going to be on the building?" And they said, "No, we can put
Right.
whatever we want in there."
They have two agreements. They
Yeah.
have either where we hire them out.
Yeah.
And we pay for their services, but if we still, own it.
Right.
Or if that, and again, we won't know what's financially savvy for us until that time, right?
Right.
Or they take over it's their name, and they gain the profits.
Right.
So it's either us owning it and gaining profits and hiring out, or they owning it and having profits, but we don't have to worry about operational costs. So I like what you're saying,
Right.
but I don't want to limit us.
If transfer only meant like giving the land away, then they wouldn't have had any reason to mention leases and leaseholds in it. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Like the fact that the city put that in there, the city's lawyers did that, shows that they're using like the legal definition, not like the everyday one that we use.
Well, let's circle that word and ask Judd,
Okay.
because I don't see why we can't lease out and that not, yeah. I see your point, Courtney. Let's just clarify. It's better to clarify anything that we have questions on.
Yeah, because let's do this right, because
Yeah.
we got to do this right.
You only get one chance.
oh my God.
Right.
I'd rather just make sure that if we are going in there and just signing something blindly and just saying, okay, we trust you guys, that's stupid.
That
Just
is.
make it very, they're gonna be out to protect themselves, which makes sense. And we've got to be out to protect ourselves, even if we seem ridiculous. Oh, the city wouldn't do that. We don't know that though. Like, again, 40 years from now, who's gonna be on the city board? We have no clue.
Mhm.
You know, you get a few people in there that disagree with what we're doing, and it could be very difficult for our board to get anything done, especially if we need approval for a lot.
Well, how about we could, I mean, if you think you can get all this clarified before next Monday, Denise,
Okay.
my motion would be that we would move to approve with this list that Courtney said of contingencies clarified.
Okay.
I don't know if we have to add in anything, but I do think before we'd all sign and approve it officially, we would need a board discussion on these things,
Okay.
these clarifications.
I'll go in tomorrow to talk to Larry and see if we can get these clarifications done. And if so, that once we get the paperwork, I'll send it back out to everybody like I did this last time for everybody to read through it. And then we can do a vote. Can we do a preliminary vote for contingent on the changes, or?
Do we need to?
I say we wait.
I
I mean,
think
what's
we
the,
wait.
if we don't say yes next week, what's the deadline?
I don't know, because they're wanting to get this moving. According to the contract, the closing date is March 31st.
That's the latest.
But
Can we do Does it have to be a in-person vote for this? Can we do a text vote?
We could do a text vote if you want to do a text vote. We would have to have a motion and second and actual vote in order to do that. But yes, we can vote on
And
that.
I can addend the notes when
Yes.
you make that.
Yes.
So I guess the best thing to do would move to table this.
Yeah.
Until we have more information.
Until we get some more information and clarification on the Article 1.3.
Okay, so move to table by John. Do we have anyone to second that?
I'll second it.
Okay,
I
Kelly.
gotta write this stuff.
All in favor to table this?
Aye.
Hi.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I know that I kind of threw you off for a loop.
No.
No, that's
No,
stuff
we
need
needed
to
that. We
go
needed that
over.
information, so thank you. Okay. The next page we're going to discuss is this one. Please do not say any numbers out loud. But we are going to discuss this one. The first two lines do not pertain to the board. Those are what pertain to me. Okay, okay. This is for setting up, okay, so a lot of the grants that we're looking at are asking for websites. They're asking for how are you getting donations? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? And when you put Facebook as your only option, it does not look good. So we have got to get a website up and very soon. We have got a very good deal here. This person normally charges a lot more for her services, as you can see. And so we need to decide if we're going to do this, because the sooner we do it, the quicker we can get these into grants. So if you want to look over this and see what you decide. The first year is obviously going to be a lot cheaper, and then we'll have the annual fees for like the web page and the domain, which the domain's nothing. It's $20 for domain. So,
Okay, sorry. Let's see.
but I've looked around, and these are extremely reasonable prices on this.
Does she have an estimate of how long it would take her? She knows?
I believe she said a couple weeks. The only thing that I have a question on this, because we only meet once a month normally, is the net 15. Payable net 15 means that once you get a bill, it has to be paid in 15 days. But normally we do a vote for our payments. So we would have to do that, a vote online or other way in order to get that paid in 15. Yeah, for expenses.
Did Courtney get this?
Do what?
Send this to Courtney.
Oh, yeah, can you send a picture to the group text?
John?
Yeah.
Can't you set up a website for us?
I am not a website guy. My son is in the process right now of setting up a website for Heritage Days.
Right.
Well, we have one, but we're doing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a expert at all that stuff.
This person is an expert, and they can do 5 to 10 pages on the website and set up a link for payments and for everything. So when we go in there and we can show her what we're doing, what our big plans are, and express what's going on, then it will look really good for all of our grants. It will look wonderful for grants. The other thing too is I called Purdue
This seems right.
Yeah.
and to talk to them about a architectural engineer to get something drawn up for what we're looking at for up there.
Mhm.
And so, because she wants to put something like that on there as well to show what we're thinking. Okay. So what are your thoughts? What do you think?
I can't tell if this to build a 5 to 10 page website. Is it the standard fee that's listed in the box, or is it
The standard fee is what is normally charged. What's on the right-hand side is what we're being charged.
Oh, well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
personally think unless somebody's really good at websites,
We can't do this.
I
Yeah,
don't know
she's-
anybody that can do this.
Yeah. I can't do it. I don't,
Right.
yeah, that's not something that's my privy. So,
I guess we have this.
And so
so
that cost would give us this 5 to 10 website. And then what else? Then we have to do also a domain registration. And then what's this hosting fee?
The hosting fee is that, what you have to pay for
Yeah.
to build the website, you have a host.
Right.
It's
Okay.
the company that you go
Yeah.
through.
Okay. The hosting
And that's
package includes up to
Yeah.
10
So
email
then
addresses with
then it would
storage
increase to that after the first year.
after the first year.
After the
Right. First year is
yeah.
the lower, and then after that it goes up.
So basically, Unfortunately,
Mhm,
that would be thereafter to get it started here,
mhm.
then at there every year after that, then there. So that doesn't add up too much. It's pretty good.
Annual fee for maintenance of the back.
And that back end doesn't kick in until the second year. That's in case anything needs to be fixed or updated or changed, or say we have a new board, few new people on the board, which I pray we don't.
Yeah.
And I have a question, is there at any point where we would eventually feel comfortable with our own, with running it ourselves and be able to break that, or?
Yeah, the only time we do the back end is if we need the help. Like that would kick in for a year if we need the help. But she's gonna show one or all of us on how to run it. So.
That's cool.
And then only certain people can be on it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Be
hard.
kind of like be admins.
What's
Yeah.
this, is that what the 10 email addresses is?
Yeah, and that will help
That's
us with the
10
banking
admin.
situation too, because we haven't been able to get you guys onto the bank because the emails aren't working and all that. So those emails go with that we could send it into the bank and say, okay, now send it to this one, and that way we can get in there.
So what would be total?
I can't say that out loud, but it will be,
Not added up on here.
okay, right
Is
here,
everything added
it's
up?
this,
The bottom?
this, and this for this year.
Yeah.
This.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Oh,
basically
here,
this.
it'd be- so it'd be
Yeah.
right here.
No, these are mine. The top two lines
Oh, wait,
are not
wait,
for
wait,
us,
wait,
it's
wait,
for
wait,
me.
wait, wait, wait. Sorry.
I think it's
Because I'm gonna take
Okay,
classes
okay,
on how to
okay.
write
Sorry,
reviews.
sorry.
So that's what she's,
It's just these
Oh,
three
okay.
figures.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I think that seems really reasonable. Do we have
saying
examples
it's
of
this-
what she's?
It'd be zero.
That's a
um,
zero there.
Yeah.
I had no
And then-
idea. I know that a lot of people,
You're saying just 3 figures. You're saying.
Yeah.
a
There
little
is
fat
one,
more
two,
kind of
three,
basically goes to
right?
her.
Yeah.
This one,
It'd
So,
be
they have this
One.
one. then
Can
this
somebody
one,
just
yeah.
confirm
Two,
what,
three.
throw it down and
Let's
tell
see
me?
this.
Yeah, this one is
No
zero.
offense, but-
This one is
Okay.
zero.
You said it's gonna be this one, this one, this one. I just didn't know why you circled that too.
Yeah.
Because I
No,
thought
because
we
that
had to
don't kick
pay it.
into
We don't pay
till
the maintenance fee?
after it's done, that does not kick in.
Okay. Well,
So
that's
that
fine.
was a confusion was, okay.
It's
You
actually
need
just
this,
two
Kelly?
figures.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
It's actually just two figures in.
Yeah.
I think I got it figured out.
And then the
No,
following
okay.
year.
I got it. Okay.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this? Do you need to discuss it more? Do we have a motion? What do you think?
Almost to
To
make a motion to,
take a second?
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, I'll second.
sorry. it's
Motion
been a
made
long
to
day.
accept, motion made to accept these services,
the proposal.
Proposal
the
recorded.
proposal of
If you
A&D.
type in the, can I say that?
Yeah, no,
No.
don't say out loud, just say the business.
If you type in the business, on their website, you can go to their website designs
Yeah,
and see what they've done.
Let's see. Oh, I don't have internet here.
Mine's not good either.
Bye. So Kelly made the motion and John
Yep.
seconded.
Yeah.
We do
all
need
in
to vote.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And you said this is needed for, grants,
Yeah, it's a good idea.
because we're
Yeah.
just, right now, we're just giving them our Facebook page.
We're giving them Facebook, and that does not look good.
And it works. I've gotten plenty, but it's good to have.
The backup.
Yes, yes.
Okay, backslide.
Is this cost not allowed to go in the minutes then?
You can put it in the minute. You can put it in the minute. Well,
Oh.
no, because that's official. Someone asked for it. We have to give. Just leave that out if you would. The cost. Yeah, just because we're
The person who did the business,
Yeah.
yeah, would disclose that.
yeah,
Okay.
the business don't want that disclosed.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're on to the strategic plan. Mary was talking a little bit, I think last month, about doing a strategic plan, or was that, yeah. So anyway, come to find out, the grant that we're looking at is asking for a strategic plan. And, the Y has us on theirs for this year, so we really have to move. And so on the back of this paper, I have got it broke down. And I know that Mary's baby
I
is the
did make
Y.
my own one for the Y and Community Center, if that's allowed.
For the community center, you got that?
I made my own today. Yeah, to do
Okay.
that.
Okay, do you have copies for us to
Yeah.
see? And then,
Go ahead.
if we could break down like responsibilities, because we have to have several parts of each section.
So I might not have done it that way.
We have to have the who, what, where, why, how we're gonna get there, all of it,
That's 2 pages.
and a time frame.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is just rough draft. I've never done one of these, but
Okay.
I would just looking, let's start with yours though, Denise, because I was actually thinking, so you break it down into the pool with the pool building.
Uh-huh.
I almost feel like we could do that as its own separate strategic plan, right?
Right.
And then you could do,
Mhm.
take out the Y and just make the Y, or like the community center coalition as one. And that will kind of entail the services that I've done. If that makes sense.
Here is, I like that. The thing that, the more detail that we have though, the better
Better.
our chances are for grants.
That makes sense.
And especially with, I was looking at one that's a federal grant and it's very specific. So I've got a little bit of time on that one. So the sooner we can get this done, the better, because I think our deadline is like April 15th.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of thinking if we can each take a section, work on it, and then be back in 2 weeks. I hate to do a second meeting this month, but we really need to get this done. Is everyone okay with that?
Can you break it down into sections then, like how?
Yeah. Absolutely. John and I are going to be on the fundraising and funding, and we're going to have to work on that as far as how we're going to go about it and who.
Mhm.
Okay. And with federal grants, you have to have something called NIMS training.
Mm.
And I do have the training. I have 100, 300, 700, and 800. So we would qualify for those federal grants.
Awesome.
So,
Good job, Denise.
the pool inspection, Nancy and I are going to that on Thursday because we're also going to be doing the pavilion for the park board. We asked Michael to do that as well. So, wish we could have gotten it done last month, but that wonderful storm hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to do the community center.
Well, I don't know. Do you want to? I don't know if I did it right, to be honest. What is?
These are the right titles. It's just we need to break it down by.
I'm trying to look where you sent. Did you send something with?
I did. I sent it. Let me pull up my computer. I sent a link to everybody for something called Smart Sheet. And that is the strategic plan. And what's good about this one is because it's all digital. And it is, you can put in like any reports or anything that you have, you can put into it. And it just automatically goes into the strategic plan. You really don't have to do as much for it. Come on, wake up.
Did
I
you email
think
it
I
to
have
us?
it up.
Huh?
Did you email it?
I sent it in the text.
No, I did not. I guess.
You have to have a certain app. I did have to download an app.
Oh, did you?
That's okay though. It was free.
Oh, you're not waking up. Stupid thing.
And
I know you're charged, but you were plugged in the entire time.
I think when you had a task sheet, you had the tasks, right? So I have this up in your task sheet. So it's tasks assigned
Yes.
to.
The task, when you open the task, that it has the breakdown like what I showed here.
Okay.
Okay. And if you click on a couple of those, like with the pool, I have where the pool building where we're having the inspection. When the inspection's done, we can attach it into that section. So basically when we do grants, all we have to do is send them the link to this, and it's in the entire strategic plan would be within that
Does every grant need a strategic plan?
just about.
Most of them do. Some are
Yeah.
more difficult and involved than others.
Yeah.
Most of them have to have a plan.
For the ones that we're gonna go after for the big money, we have to have this
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Now, this is something we could do, or we can find a grant to pay for to have it done.
This
But
or
I think-
strategic plan?
Yeah, but I think we can handle
Does
this.
it break it up?
Oh, yeah.
It breaks it up on the app. I don't think I got it.
Yeah.
Did you message it?
Did you
I
just
sent
message
it
me?
through, I sent it through our board.
Can you send those things email? Because I can hardly see them on my phone.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can send it when we get home.
Do we want to just break this apart then? and just
Yeah.
person do their own?
I think so. And that way, and then we can, if you can send it to me, I can put it into the
John.
Or if you wanted to put it in yourself, you could.
It didn't really, but in the, I just was, because I do have it up. It just didn't have anything for task management on it. Like it, where'd it go? Do you want to see it? Like it, here, show that to you, please. So it just gave the task like you do here, and then it said, is it in progress or not, and who's in charge of it? But there was nothing to break down like kind of how I was doing it here. That's why I had to grab a different one. Because I was like, I don't know
Well,
where to
because,
write in my financial, my marketing budget, my marketing goals.
okay, so when you click on these, it opens up. Oh, shoot. At least it does on my computer.
No, it's not.
It opens up and then it allows you to attach forms and stuff to it.
So I could like attach this.
Yes,
To it. Okay.
yes, absolutely. And this looks good. I like this.
Well, it needs to be revised a little bit, but okay. Could we take this? So for the pool, you want to break it down to the pool building, parking, programming. Can I take out the YMCA under the pool part?
Yeah, let's do that. You're going to do that as part of the community center, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to call it Community Center Coalition is what I've been calling it.
Okay.
Building, repair, build, programming, parking, staff. I might break that down a little differently.
Okay. Just let me know what you want to do on that. I was going by that because that was a template that I found on another strategic plan.
Okay.
That was something similar to what we're doing.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of went with those, but you can change that 100%.
Okay.
The programming on the pool, I'm going to put like all the classes that we're wanting to do up there. The lifeguarding, the water aerobics for seniors and all that stuff's going to go in that on the pool park.
Can you add wellness to the vision?
Can I add what?
Wellness to the vision? Can you, like our
Yeah.
recreational, educational wellness and community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wellness is.
The more that we
is
show
again,
educational and health and safety and
Yeah.
wellness,
Wellness
those
is
4
healthy, yeah.
categories, that will get us
I think it's
more
very
grants.
good.
Yeah. And this mission statement I put here is the Attica Rec mission statement that we made. This vision statement, I just made one for the subcommittee that I have. I
Okay.
think you guys would want a vision statement made for your pool
Okay.
part, if that makes sense.
So as far as the pool part goes, like I said, Nancy and I have the inspection part. I can do the programming. Who wants to do research on parking and what kind of parking we need to do and how many handicap spots we need and how big of a parking lot we should have?
I can do that.
You can do
I
that?
deal with that at work, so
Oh, nice, John.
Perfect.
part of the health and safety part.
Right. Okay. So the community center is Mary.
Huh?
Do you
Right in
want
there.
Taylor to maybe put some she does programming a lot. That's
You
her
want to do
job.
programming?
Yeah, I thought that's what I feel most comfortable with.
Okay.
I can do that for pool and community center.
Oh, wonderful. I will let you do that. Okay, anything that touches your fancy? Down at the other end?
It's really the only thing left is the pool building and the pool, right?
Well, Nancy and I are in the pool building because
Oh.
we're going to talk to them about that. And then the actual pool, do you want to see, or do you want me to do that? I mean, I don't know.
Can I help you do it?
Yeah, you can help
Okay.
me. So let's do that together. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
what you
pool.
put in
Okay. So here's something that I learned recently.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
You know how everyone says, oh, you're going to only have 2 months with the pool. You're only going to have 2 months in the pool.
Yeah.
Well, I learned something very interesting this week that I think that we should consider. Okay. I know that we had all said at one point that we kind of would like to see it enclosed, but we didn't want to lose the fresh air part of it because everyone likes to swim outside. Because if you
Yeah.
want to be inside, you go out to the high school.
Yep.
So how about we do a compromise and look at getting retractable walls? If we did retractable walls on 3 sides, we would still have the fresh air open during the summer. We can close it on colder days, and they would still be able to swim. That would make the pool a year-round pool versus a 2-month pool.
I personally love it. Anything you can make to
Yeah.
make that pool last longer is great.
Okay.
Yeah, just like,
Yeah.
With the slide, how do you do that?
Well,
That's a good question.
we're thinking about that too. The slide would still be what we had talked about, where it would still be outside, it would still be part of that hill and everything. We would still be able to use it year round because we'd still be using it when it gets cold to slide. Remember we were talking about using it to slide down with like the, what are they called, the hacky, what are they called, the sacks
Yeah,
or
sacks.
something, or a sled or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah. So we could still, as long as that, because we were gonna have to have it fenced in. So as long as that's we got control of that, we can still have that slide and still use it year round. And I think that'd be fun in the winter, honestly. I'd want to do that.
Yeah.
Probably kill myself doing it, but I'd love to do it.
Yeah,
They're gonna
remember,
slide
we're
right
not,
on down into the water.
Do what?
So they're gonna slide right on down into the water.
There won't be, in the wintertime, there won't be any water in it. So,
Well, I would hope not.
Actually, they will.
yeah, no.
I thought there was.
Oh, in
has
the
to be
pool?
so much, yeah.
Oh,
Do
didn't
what?
they, didn't they leave water in the pool all
Yeah,
year
they
long
have
to some
pool
degree?
Water in the pool.
But if it's gonna be
Cover it.
open year round, it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to
Well,
be.
I think regardless, we'd work through those details.
Yeah, we'll work that through that when it comes, but however,
What we want, what we get
I love the
to your
idea of the
memories.
retractable walls, and I was told that the retractable walls are not that much more expensive, that it is very doable with this project.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay, great. Anything that can weatherize it, I think is a good
Right.
idea.
yeah. And they even suggested that if we wanted to have more sun, that we could put in sun, what are they
Roofs?
called? So, yeah,
Roofs?
the, not the whole roof, the
no,
sun,
yeah,
yeah. The
skylights.
skylights, thank you.
Mm.
Oh dear God, it's been a long day, I'm
No,
sorry.
I know, I deal with numbers every
We're
day,
like
so
that.
it's always a
It's
We're all
been
the
a
same
long
boat.
day.
It's okay.
I
Okay,
get it.
all right, so that's kind of like what we're gonna be working on to get numbers and.
And I love
Yeah,
that, that's awesome.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
All right, so does everything, do we want to meet in 2 weeks and see what we have put together?
Probably wouldn't hurt, would it?
Okay, so let's see.
I mean,
I
have a
think that-
board
I think-
meeting, but still.
Yeah, I know,
We need
never,
to.
right.
That would be the 24th, is there?
Okay, guys, I
does-
feel like I did a lot of talking about the stuff at the beginning, but then you guys kind of delegated jobs. Do you need to delegate anything to me?
I forgot you were there.
I know. They said they forgot you were there. Sorry, Courtney.
Yeah.
No, gosh,
February
you're fine.
20th.
I mean, if everything's covered, then that's fine, but.
Honestly, Courtney, I think there's gonna be, I find that you're very good at like marketing.
Uh-huh.
And although this current strategic plan doesn't put in marketing, I think it needs to.
Okay, where do we want marketing in on? We need it on all of it.
It would, I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Or
so
unless you put it as it's fourth, is it number 4 or is it through fundraising or?
let's do 4 marketing. And if she wants to do marketing, she can have that one.
Yeah.
Will that work, Courtney?
Yeah, that works for me. So, it'd be nice. It's harder for me to kind of follow the conversation because I'm on a phone, and I know that sounds ridiculous.
No, because you can't see what's in front of us.
Yeah, well, Taylor sent me pictures, but they kind of, thank you, Taylor, by the way, but they kind of got sent weirdly. I don't know. So, what exactly are you wanting for the marketing side? What are you wanting me to do?
We need to know the financials of it, how you're going to do it, how you're going to get the community engaged into it, and as far as the operational, how is this going to run with the marketing?
So a lot of times a strategic plan will break it out into task management. So you would kind of think like, I'll send you a picture. I broke up my own in the marketing and had that, but like you would add on to that, but you might say, okay, the budgeting for the website is a type of marketing. So we
Yes.
would want to put that under there as like a task is forming the website being started is already, it's already being started essentially.
Great.
But
Yeah.
basically you think of the tasks that are needed for specifically to marketing and the budget that's specifically needed for marketing.
Okay, which is nothing right now, essentially. I mean, until we get the website, it's nothing.
Yeah. And then, but then you can, you can also say, what is your 2-year plan? Do you want marketing to include some billboards in the future or some signage on the parks or things like that?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
Some of this is just truly dreaming as well.
Right.
You know, like it might not work in our budget 3 years from now, but it's what we want to work in our budget 3 years from now
Yeah.
too.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can work on that. And we said that we're gonna meet next Tuesday, the 17th again.
The 24th,
24th.
because I think we need more than a week to get this prepared.
Is it at 7 again?
Yes, please. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing that I wanted to bring up real quick is, I have contacted Harrison Steel to see if we can get a grant to cover the appraisal, the commercial appraisal that we're having. I just sent them the information today, so I'm hoping to hear back sometime in the near future. But hopefully we could get that done and get that appraisal done before we actually purchase the property.
Do we know how much property taxes are gonna cost on that?
John and I were talking about
Yeah.
that.
We
before
don't
left.
know,
Before
and that's
that,
one of the things
yeah.
that we're gonna need to look into as well. But
They have past
we
drivers,
wouldn't,
I'm sure.
but we wouldn't have
They
property
like that
taxes until
insurance
next
too.
year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they
Yeah,
run a year behind, so we would have time to figure that out, because it's a year behind, so we wouldn't have it until next year.
And
So-
and I'm sure, don't quote me, but I'm sure there's some kind of a discount, there's some kind of thing there for being a nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
business Too.
Would we still have to have our own liability insurance, or is that covered in
We
the city
do,
or not?
no, we have to have our own liability insurance. I've already contacted Jim, and we're waiting on that appraisal before we can get the liability insurance. We can't get a final number until we get that appraisal.
What happens if, so say we go through and the building, the land's ours, what happens if someone's like in the space and gets hurt before we have anything there? Like
We-
it's just sitting.
Like liability,
Yeah, like that, I've wondered about that, because it said that once we close, and in that contract it did
that's
say,
when our
What if
liability
they
insurance would
climb
kick
the
in,
fence or something?
our liability insurance would kick in.
so we need to have liability insurance by the 1st of April, essentially.
Yeah, but-
Basically,
Yeah,
When we
before
get
we
this
sign.
signed.
before we sign, we have to have it before the 31st of
So where
March.
do we, who do we go through?
Jim.
Jim still does it?
Yeah, he does that, yeah. In fact, all he'll do is take out our 4 acres out of what he charges for the city for the 67 acres that was up there. So instead of being 67, it's now gonna be 63
And then
for
we're
the
gonna
city,
have-
and then we'll have 4.
And we're gonna have to mow and maintain.
I know.
No,
that for it.
No,
Who's
the
deciding?
mayor
Those
told me
up there
that they would continue to mow
The
it.
city will still do that?
That's what he told me, so I'm hoping
Yeah,
and
they
praying that
continue to
that's,
mow for
that's
all,
accurate,
so-
so,
No,
because
that's
they're out there
awesome.
anyway, they're mowing.
Does
Rest
our
of it.
land include the pickleball courts?
Do what?
Does our land have pickle, is our land?
No. Sorry, guys. No, it does, it goes up about 3 feet or 4 feet from the pickleball courts, but it does not include the pickleball courts. The survey is on our Google Drive, Courtney.
Yes, I gotta look at that.
The survey's on our, the survey that the city had done is on our Google Drive.
Okay, I thought I had seen it somewhere.
Yeah, it's under 2 different, I put under 2 different titles, so under 2 different sections. So, but it is there. I try to keep all the paperwork from the city and everything onto the drive so that we have that record at all times.
Yeah.
If I know mentally now, if everyone's okay with this is gonna, and say no if that's your deal. If I just know mentally that I'm gonna basically be our marketing person, then I'm gonna really like kick it in high gear with that, if that sounds good to everyone.
Please.
Yeah, that would be great. We still need to get the marketing out about the fishing tournament. We need to at least get people excited about it, even though we don't have a date yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't talked to Gabe's dad. That's all pending on me talking to him, because I wanted to gauge like pricing and the real rules and restrictions that they have for the other tournaments, and I want to make sure that we pick a date that they are not using.
Okay. And then the other thing is too, we need to discuss real quick before we take off. Twilight Series has asked us to do May this year instead of August, because I know we were wanting August. Is it okay to go ahead and do May and then have them do the August with the side-by-side? Do you think pickleball will do the side-by-side food?
Why don't they wouldn't? I mean, they're not gonna have dinner any earlier than when they're supposed to. Is that what you mean, or what?
Well, like around noonish, like if we do like
I don't think pickleball's gonna do 2 dinners, no.
okay. See, that's kind of like why I was wanting to do August, that we could have our meal there and then we can go ahead and serve that night too.
Yeah,
So that we would have the,
and I'm pretty sure they don't wanna be there all day. Well, they're
Oh,
gonna be
you're
turning.
asking, will they do whatever food will
Yeah.
they use our leftovers?
no, well, no.
She wants us to serve
To
them
serve.
also, but we're doing
Yeah.
a pickleball tournament that day, so,
Oh, yeah, no, I don't.
you know, we don't wanna be doing
Okay,
that, 'cause
so
we don't have to do the twilight till 6, so
Okay. So what day is the May one?
30th. So it's Memorial Weekend. Always is.
Okay.
Hey, that day I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock at night. I'm
No,
going-
you're not. We're gonna
Yes,
keep
I
you.
am. I don't miss the Indy 500 for nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
already got our tickets.
Okay.
We're up in the middle of the night
You're
in
going.
Indy by 4:30.
Okay, yeah. we're
Okay,
up.
so
Yeah.
so May 30th, we'll get that on the calendar for the Twilight. Thank you for that, Nancy. Does anyone else have anything else we need to go over before?
I did print, I know we gotta go, so
Okay,
I printed it out so people can look
Well,
at
I
it.
do. You
Oh,
guys don't have.
yeah, we
Is
don't.
it a Subaru?
This is a Subaru.
Oh,
I
yeah.
talked to Denise about it. We thought we would do silver sneakers with it, but I would have to set us up as a flex site. And I'm working on,
We got an extra.
Okay,
I'm working on how that would go since we don't technically have a building yet.
yeah, and we were, I was actually talking to someone that does the silver sneakers, and they said that we could not do it at this time. But if we did our own program and just accepted, if someone came in with a Medicare card and accepted that as the same thing, if we could get a grant to cover their fees and for this, then, but I was told that SIA would not do it, is what I was told.
I'm pretty versed on this one too. I haven't used them yet, but yeah, I've been saving this for a good capital grant. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about.
Yeah.
So it's
Capital
gonna be
grants, like,
capital, like to buy something that's going to be able to be sustained for at least 2-3 years.
Right.
or longer.
Yeah, it says investments must be in use for 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah.
It can be used on facilities, equipment, or real estate, non-operating expenses.
so we couldn't
Yes.
pay like,
We can't pay like instructors. with
instructors,
this.
but we could get equipment.
We could get equipment,
Yeah.
yeah.
That might be good to hold
But we
on
have to
to
figure
until
out
we
where we're
get the
gonna-
building and then get all the equipment in there.
Yeah.
So,
But
I
yeah.
just,
Is there anything in what I was
We-
doing that might need that? Let me
we,
look.
we can look, John and I'll do some research and see if we can't find something that will cover the cost of some equipment and also the participants' fees in. Because Silver Sneakers allows anyone with Medicare to use the
Okay.
exercising for free.
Sure.
So we don't want to charge them if they're on that in order
Right.
to, does that make sense?
I might have an idea for that one, Taylor. Like the Armory, I asked if we could use their gym floor, but they don't have the bathrooms and or air. But I wonder if we funded that. Like that's a building cost. Could we fund that and use that gym floor then eventually?
To have classes in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for that to be our gym floor
Would,
essentially.
have you talked to Harrison's to see if they would allow us to do that?
I talked to Ann, she said, or Emily, she said I need to ask one of the guys because they're in charge of the Armory. So I haven't reached out. But she
Okay.
basically said right now it's not very usable without having bathrooms.
And some air.
For like the restrooms to be fixed or?
We use it for pickleball, but they don't have restrooms for us.
Or could we use it for the pool
We still
building?
play pickleball.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Could we not use this grant for some of the pool building,
Oh,
like
yeah,
bring the
no, that's-
concession stand
yeah.
up to par?
that,
But it all's dependent on the inspection and whether or not it's safe to really go forward with that building. I know the back half looks great. I'm concerned about the concession stands forward because the foundation, as you walk up to it, is fairly cracked, pretty good.
you done?
And then that bow in the
Sure.
side
No,
that
no,
looks
you're
like it's
fine.
been patched,
I got it.
but it's
Yeah.
cracking again. So that
No,
really
no
has me concerned that there's some kind of settling or something going on there.
Can
You
you
know-
take pictures? Are you allowed to take pictures so we can see it?
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't, if we don't go, we don't.
If you take a picture of that bow, it's not gonna turn out on a picture. You would have to
Okay.
actually physically see that.
If you get on the,
I'm just saying,
So
if
our-
it's at
the
10 in
drive
the
that
morning,
you
I'm
sent,
at
the
work, you
Google
know what I mean?
Drive,
I'd like
there's
to see
pictures
it.
on there of-
Going
It
past
can't really
it, though, you
show,
can
you
see
can't
the
see
crack.
it, but it
It goes
tells
all
you
the way
what's
out.
happening.
Right.
So you all can take your, I'm getting ready to go. I gotta get,
Okay.
get Gearsburg. But so for the here and the now, okay, so this young lady, okay, she's coming on board to help us here and now. right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what do you want to do? What's the next step? You and I here, what we want to do?
The first step is getting this bill
Because-
and us working on the
Right.
grant.
Now that legacy grant though aren't we waiting, correct me if I'm wrong, but okay, we sent out the letter. Aren't we waiting for them to say yay or no, here, start applying, right?
I think we can apply.
Okay, because I was on the portal that day you and I were talking and I didn't, it said, okay, the letter was sent, but I couldn't get into where it said, okay, here's your application.
Because it's not there. You have to go back to the first page
So I
and go
go
down
back.
one step. Because
Okay.
there's one step that says letter of intention, there's one for the
Okay,
application.
well, we can do that. When do you, just let me know when you want to
I'm
start.
available this week. This week, I'm off work this week.
Okay, I gotta see what's going on this week.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not,
Okay.
Okay.
Do we know yet if the school's gonna charge us for?
I talked to him
That's
today. I was
We
gonna talk about,
probably-
but I think we have to table it unless you guys want to stay.
Okay,
another
real
10
quick,
minutes.
let's go ahead and do that one real quick. What did you find
Are
out?
you sure?
Yeah.
They're very positive about our working relationship. They said for this year, I'll send out to the group what they asked, so that's not public. But then going forward, they'll have more of a formal contract. But this year, we're gonna kind of collaborate to see what that cost will be.
Okay,
But that going forward, they really would like to go forward each and every year.
okay,
They are, I think we'll be able to move the Friday class to Saturday.
Nice.
Andrew has to look at one other thing, Mr. Hall. But then there's maybe even some possibility to expand the Wednesday class to Saturday through the springtime, maybe.
okay,
They will allow for spring break to be used and possibly in the gym, so we don't have to move tables that time.
Good.
The dates they gave us will allow us to have an 8-week course and be done by
Okay.
the last Monday of March.
Okay.
There's
So when
there's
yours ends too?
yours should end either the last week of March or the first week of April. I'm confirming that.
Yeah.
So then all of our classes should end kind of the last weekend of March, the first week of April. But we're going to be communicating about maybe a workout class continuing depending our interest
right,
and instructors on Saturdays kind of in the springtime. And then he also said if I wanted to start for next year looking into aquatic stuff, he would be open to that.
ooh, nice.
And I have a meeting with an insurance broker from the YMCA to talk about aquatic insurance since that was hard to get
Okay,
through our
yes,
current broker.
yes.
So in general, I said in a perfect world, would you want like us to continue to use your facilities and do these like services? Or are you thinking in a perfect world, we would have like one building and kind of get away from the school? And he's like, honestly, I think what's feasible in this perfect world right now is to keep using our facilities and work together on this.
Okay.
So it seemed like it was a very positive meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did an awesome job last night cleaning up the cafeteria for us.
Oh yeah, the
Really?
wrestlers, man.
I mean, the first week we didn't have as much room as my, there was a ton of
Okay, so
space
that was the
more.
difference between the swim team moving it and the wrestlers moving
Oh,
it.
the wrestlers,
Okay,
okay.
so question for you, how many were there last night?
26.
26.
Okay.
And 10
She
new.
said there was more
Like 10 or 12
games
new.
going on and stuff. Yeah.
Nice,
So.
nice. Yeah, we're in the middle
Lot
of
more.
sectionals for all the sports and everything,
Yeah,
so
she
yeah,
said
I
there was things
understand.
going
Well,
on.
Denise, I'm doing several things with Heritage and this, but it's fine. If you're off, we got like maybe an hour here, an hour there the next few days.
Okay, okay,
Does that
sounds good.
sound,
good.
does
Yeah,
that sound
just,
good?
you are the one that, your schedule, so just.
No,
send me a
that's fine,
message and let me
because,
know
no,
when-
because like I said, I want to talk to you,
Okay.
and it's not secret, but
Okay.
I'm gonna need your help and input on something too that involves the development, so.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay.
Get out of here.
Well, I'm just saying, no, I'm no hurry, I mean,
You guys are gonna
All,
want
Working.
all in favor?
I
And it's 8:13.
okay,
not bad, guys.
not
That was a
bad.
big meeting.
Okay, let me end this real
I can
quick.
watch the end of the game anyway.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah.
Well, they had
What?
29 to
for